So today we're going to talk about how we introduce cleans to a beginner at CrossFit Peak Skill. Shira is going to pick up the bar. The first thing we want to make sure is that she can hold a nice front rack position. So she's going to pick the bar up. We're making sure that her elbows are nice and tall. The bar is resting on her shoulders. She's able to keep mostly her full hand on the bar, but if people lacked a little bit of mobility in their forearms and lats, we would remove some of the fingers so they're able to get their elbows up even higher. But assuming she has great mobility, which she does because she's like 8, she's gonna bring the bar back down. And now we can start introducing the clean. We're always gonna start introducing from the top down. The full version would be from the floor, so we're gonna introduce it from the hang. The first thing I want her to focus on is pulling her shoulders back, so she's gonna be in a good posture position. Shoulders are back. All she's gonna do without moving her upper body is bend her knees. So the bar doesn't move, all she does is bend her knees, her shoulders are still back. This is her power position. This is the position we are gonna train mostly in because it's the most important when we're Olympic lifting. So whether we're pulling from below the knee or the floor, we always have to get back to the power position. So from here, first thing we're gonna teach her is just to use her legs, right? Olympic lifting, we gotta push through the legs, not pull with the arms. So she's gonna go back to that bent knee position, and I'm gonna tell her to jump. She's gonna jump without moving any part of her body. All she's gonna do is jump, jump, jump higher. Good. Literally leave it through. Jump. So her jumping causes her hips to open up. She's reaching that triple extension that we're looking for. Her knees, quads, and hips all extending together. Now we're gonna add in what we call a shrug. So she's gonna jump shrug, and that bar is gonna start moving up her body. More. Bigger shrug. Good. Once she gets that done, the bar is staying nice and close. She's starting to really use her legs. The bar is starting to feel weightless. We'll add in the catch. So I want her to get from that power position, bend your knees, to that front rack position we showed at the beginning. So in order to do that, all I'm going to cue her to do is jump, shrug, and catch the bar. So she's going to jump, shrug, and catch in that front rack position. She's going to come down again, and she's going to hold the landing position. Jump, catch, shrug. Good. She's going to hold. This is our receiving position. This is her power stance. This would be called a power clean. Her elbows are up, hands are on the bar, core is nice and tight. She can hold this position for a very long time. I'm going to make sure she can, because I want to make sure she's strong enough. She's starting to get a little wobbly, so she's going to stand up. Then we'll go back down. So what we'll have the athletes do from this position, a bunch of reps. Keep going, cycle through. She'll stand, come down, make sure she's moving well. She's landing in her heels, not her toes, and she's able to transition into that squat position. Rest. Once an athlete starts to learn that power position, we'll start to take them even lower down on the barbell. So what Shira's going to do next is she's going to pick the bar back up, and she's going to start in that power stance that we first went over. So she's going to bend her knees, but now all she's going to do is slide the bar down to right above her knees. So now her hips are back, shoulders are still pulled back, and her chest is over the bar. This would be our hang clean or above the knee hang clean. From here, all I'm going to tell her to do is go to the power stance. So all she's going to do is stand and get back to that position. Boom, and back down. So back up. She's going to focus on trying to keep her knees bent this time. Just basically turn up. So now she knows where she's got to get the bar. She's trying to get back to that power position every time. She's going to slide back down. And now I'm going to cue her again to come down, slide into the power, pause for a second, then jump, shrug, and catch. So she's going to come down, come up, go. Good. Just making sure she's always getting back to the position. As we segment it and slow it down for her, she'll get more comfortable getting into that position, and then we can just remove the pause and she'll be able to do the full hang clean. So go down to the clean, slide, and go. Always hitting that power position, back down, do 2 more. And up. Always landing in her heels in a nice position, squatting, chest up, elbows tall. Good. After we get the athletes comfortable there, now we'll take them below the knee to simulate the full movement or from the floor. So she's still going to start in that power position, bend the knees. She's going to slide the bar to right above the knee. Now she's just going to drop down right below the knee. So now she's basically from the floor. If we had weights on the bar, this is where she's going to be. Shoulders slightly behind the bar, shoulders still back, butt's a little lower than a normal deadlift position. From here, we're going to make sure we hit the same position. So what she's going to do, we're going to make sure she rises with her chest and shoulders. She's going to push the knees out of the way and get back to right above the knee. And pause. And then she's gonna go back to the power position and pause, and now jump, shrug, and catch. Good. And we'll go through that as many times as it takes. Keep going. For the athlete to get comfortable hitting all three positions, come back up and go. And as she gets more comfortable, she'll just do the full movement with no pauses. Knees push back, hit the power position, up and down, lands on her heels. And then she'll rest. These are all power cleans. We do another variation of it, which is called a clean, but we also often refer to it as a squat clean. Once an athlete is able to do the power clean efficiently, they have all the mobility that we need them to do, assuming they have all the mobility we need them to do, we can start transitioning into the full squat clean. So Shira is gonna demonstrate a few. She's gonna pick the bar up. She's gonna do one from the high hang power position, so she'll bend her knees, do a full squat clean. Still cueing her to jump, shrug, and catch the barbell. Notice, do it again. She does the same jump, shrug, she catches, and then rides it down into a full front squat. Then she's gonna go from above the knee, she's gonna come down, same thing, hits the power position, and stands. And then once she starts doing those positions, we'll send her down to mid-shin, right below the knee, for the full squat clean. That's how we take a beginner from the top all the way to the bottom, so we know that they're moving efficiently in the clean. And once we start getting them comfortable with the light bars, we'll be able to start adding weight.